Welcome back to the ARCA Zoomcast. We're getting ready for Mid-Ohio. How about that?
You excited to come, Casey?
I am excited. It's gonna be a fun weekend. Fun weekend of racing for ARCA, and also the return of the truck series to, well, kind of.
Right.
So
So they ran just up the road at Mansfield Motorsports Park, which is about 20 minutes away, back in 2004 through 2008. So it's been a while since they've been in that neck of the woods down there in Ohio, but it is kind of the return of the Camping World trucks to the Mid-Ohio region. Yep.
yeah, and I know ARCA's also ran there as well. So it's a good stuff there. But yeah, of course, jumping back to the ARCA West race. Just one quick point on this. And Jake Drew is he's pretty good. Last year was when he was going to win. The question is now, who's going to stop him?
Yeah, he's on quite a hot streak. 3 consecutive wins, 2 consecutive poles. He's finished in the top 5 in all 6 races, including Phoenix, which was a combination race with, the ARCA Menard series. So he is a really on the hammer so far throughout the course this year. The one thing that I thought was pretty interesting, Casey, is both races at Irwindale this year have gone into overtime.
Yeah.
And the spring race was 153 laps, and Tanner Reif led every one of them. And the July race was 154 laps. And Jake Drew led every one of those, and both of those drivers are teammates. So between the two of them, they led every lap this year at Irwindale. So yeah, they just have been incredible this year, that Sunrise Racing team. And right now, the question is, can anybody beat Jake Drew? And at least for the last 3 weeks, the answer has been nobody.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. A little bit of a break for the ARCA West series. They're going to be at Evergreen on August 20th, and that is going to be race number 1,000 for the ARCA series. So it's going to be fun. Of course, we'll talk about that when that time comes during the weekend of ARCA. So we're going to Mid-Ohio this week. I know that, of course, last year was the first time that ARCA returned to that racetrack. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that was the 1500th ARCA Menard Series.
It was, yep.
So going back to that region, it's a tight little course. I know the Green Savory people have, and actually that racetrack has been pretty busy the last few weeks, because I know they just had the SCCA, they had Trans Am and F4 2 weeks ago. Last week they just had their IndyCar week, and this week they have the NASCAR plus the USF Junior Series joins from the road to Indy.
Yeah, it's a busy weekend. We've got our Menards Fan Fest on Thursday down there in Ontario, Ohio, and yeah, it's just going to be a really fun, very busy weekend, and we're anxious to get it going, Casey.
Yeah, a lot of truck I saw bits and pieces of the entry list are kind of starting to come out, but a lot of drivers from the truck series are going to be there, including 5 of them. One actually just got announced today. This is an interesting thing. I didn't know that John Hunter Nemechek's going to make his ARCA Menard Series debut.
Yeah, he's going to be driving for Venere Motorsports, which is very exciting. He's there to win on Saturday in the Camping World Truck Series, and for someone who's never made a lap there, it's important to get some experience. So he's going to come and run the ARCA race on Friday, and we'll be happy to have him. I think he's going to be definitely one of the drivers to beat come 5 o'clock on Friday when the green flag flies on the Dawn 150. But Sammy Smith is going to be tough. Sammy's got a lot of road course experience. Daniel Dye, his first ever road course race was out at Portland. He sat on the pole, and even in the rain did very, very well, finished well up in the top 5. So it's going to be a great race, Casey. We've got a pretty deep entry list. 25 cars are expected. That's 8 more cars than we had there last year, which is just phenomenal. So we're expecting a good show. Hopefully it won't be too hot. 95 degrees this time of year is not a lot of fun, but we'll see what the weather's like come Friday, and hopefully we'll have a great crowd and we'll have a good race.
Mid Ohio. I don't know if you saw that crowd last week at IndyCar, but that was I mean, the fans come out to that racetrack for any of those races.
Absolutely.
So it'll be exciting for my first time to be down there and experience all that. So
Well, it's your first time there?
it will be. Yes, it is my first time there. I'm excited to go to the
All right.
Fan Fest on Thursday. I know that there's been I know that you guys have planned enough, and I know you mentioned it early on when we started recording, but the truck series is back in that area.
Yeah.
At Mansfield. I just actually last night I watched one of the Mansfield truck race. I think 2007, the one with all the storms and all that, and
Right.
in there. And Dennis Setzer actually won that race. So
Yep.
how
No pit
big is?
stops.
I know you've lived in Ohio your entire life, and not your entire life, but most of it. I know going to Mansfield and watching those races. What does it mean to have the truck series back in that area?
Well, I mean, for me as a race fan, it's cool. I mean, certainly, I'm more concerned with having the ARCA Menard series there than the Camping World Truck Series. But as
That's
far
true.
as race fans are concerned, yeah, it's good to have a big doubleheader weekend there. You've got 2 days with two great events, and I worked those events at Mansfield Motorsports Park, and it really was a lot of fun to have 20,000 rabid race fans there, packed around a tight little 4/10 of a mile bull ring. I wish that event had never gone away. I think NASCAR in Ohio is a perfect fit. I worked those races down at Eldora Speedway too, as the announcer down there. Was equally impressive to have, tens of thousands of fans there for a NASCAR race at a dirt track in the middle of farm country on a Wednesday night. So I think we have proven that there are a lot of great race fans in the state of Ohio. I'm just hoping that they come out this weekend and enjoy a great weekend of road course racing with, not only the Camping World Truck Series, but the ARCA Menard Series as well.
Yeah, for sure. I know that that ARCA race on Friday, a lot of other names: Jack Wood, Blaine Perkins, Colby Howard. BMR's going to be bringing 3 cars down. Chris Wright's going to be making his return, driving for Bruce Cook. So a lot of names and faces, and of course the regular crowd, of course. And the battle for the championship is getting pretty tight between Nick, Raja, and Daniel. I know Raja extended his points lead to 5, but yeah,
It's as big as it's been, isn't it?
Yeah, it's now to 9 with Daniel, but Daniel's kind of coming up there as he put some solid runs together. I mean,
yeah, Daniel actually closed the gap last time between first and third, but the gap between first and second actually opened up. It had been tied. So yeah, it's been interesting to see, how that plays out. One week someone will do good, and the next week they'll do bad, and the next week the other guy will do good, and then the next week he'll do bad. So it's just kind of interesting to see how that's played out. I don't think the Rev team really had the type of performances they were looking for at either Berlin or Elko. So, hopefully they'll rebound here quickly on the road course at Mid Ohio. And, Daniel's, he hasn't had a lot of road course experience, Casey. He's got 1 road course race under his belt. So, if there's a chink in his armor, this could be the one right here.
Yeah, for sure. I know that. I mean, there's 2 of them on the schedule because you guys go to Watkins Glen later in the year. So definitely going to be interesting there. So I know that one last point I do want to make. I know you got a lot of stuff to do before you head to Mid Ohio this weekend. The Menards Fan Fest on Thursday. I know a lot of things are going to be happening at there. So kind of tell everybody what's going to go down at that event.
Yeah, we're going to have some drivers over there. We're going to be giving away some of our sponsor products. We're going to be, some Dawn dish soap and some Reese's peanut butter cups and Hers chips and Calypso lemonade and Sprecher root beer. Come on out and you'll have a chance to win some of those as a prize pack. And we'll have some t-shirts to give away, maybe some race tickets. There'll be some drivers there to sign autographs and take selfies. We're going to have some transporters there. You get to see some of the trucks that haul these race cars all over the country up close and personal. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to parade them over to the racetrack. So it should be a really great way to kick off the weekend. A lot of people are always asking us, hey, when can I get up close and personal with some of these drivers? Well, here's a great chance to do it. So we look forward to seeing everybody out there. It's at the Menards store in Ontario, Ohio, 1999 Walker Lake Road. We look forward to seeing you. Drivers will be there probably around 5:30 to 7 o'clock, and should be a fun night.
Yeah, it should be a fun there. Do we know who is going to be there? Just
I
for
do not know who will be there. No, they've all been invited, so
right.
we'll see who can make it.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, Charlie, I'll let you go. We'll talk to you on Thursday at the Fan Fest. I cannot wait to go down there and experience some ARCA racing and some Camping World Truck racing.
Should be a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you there.